A dreamer at a spin fire, the NFT and LLSR, diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer, from your meme coins to tokens. He's got all the intel. Web3 is a tree, show you where to excel. He's got the insights like a digital magician, unveiling secrets of the blockchain with precision. Wild stories from the web, he's always in the know. Crypto community, vibing where the treasures flow.
Hey, good morning, fam, Mega GMs. Welcome to the Swarm Report. Hey, we're joined by, I don't know, family at this point. I was just saying before the stream here, our friends from, last time they were on WachXBT, now WachAI. I like the name. It's got a nice ring to it. But welcome back to the show, guys. How are you?
Been great. Been building a lot of things, a lot of cool excitements that we'll be announcing, and I think we're here for one of those today. So yeah,
dude, for real, I don't even know where to start with you guys at this point because, like, okay, I saw like Arbus's Mindshare this morning, or it might have been yesterday, but like you guys are everywhere. Like always, it's always WachAI in the timeline, and it's always new announcements and partnerships, and God, I mean, there's very few cooking like you guys, so we'll pick a fine starting point here. Man, you guys introduced staking, and actually, hang on, I assume most people here know who you guys are, right? I just assume because it's a nice tight community here. But if there's anybody new joining the stream here today and doesn't know WachAI, do you guys want to do like a real quick like TLDR on who you are and what you've built?
sure. I'll go ahead. So I'm Joey. I'm the CTO and the core contributor of WachAI. A lot of you guys probably already know me, but for those of you who are new, we have been building this product for verification of all AI agents. We want them to be verifiable, to be accountable. And we are one of the first agents on ACP, and we were the first agent on ACP to actually go live through Genesis. So yeah, a lot of cool things down the way, and we are currently verifying the cluster 1 of ACP, which is an autonomous hedge fund DAO. Soon we'll be verifying for other clusters.
Yeah, guys, this is Rajat. I'm from Coil AI and now building back AI with Joy. So this is like a very long journey. We are in this domain like since 7 years, almost building like AI agents since almost 2-3 years. We build like RL, agent audit. We build like a smart contract audit platform, autonomous platform. We currently building our adversaries. And this is the right verification is the extension of our research in last 2-3 years, what we have achieved here. So if you see, look for the upcoming features, upcoming updates. It's like and like as like Hudah mentioned, right? There are a lot of updates from our end because we already have done a lot of work in last 2-3 years. So we are currently shipping. Yeah, thank you.
I love it. Yeah. So I think today it'll be, I mean, like it's always casual here, but it'll be exactly that, maybe even more because there are so many updates to go through. And we'll just work our way through them. And I'm sure there's some I'm not even aware of, but we'll go through some updates. And we should talk ACP and how it's going and you know, how the community's feeling about it. Cats, yes, we should talk about Ensemble too. Yeah, yeah, there's kind of like these agents are kind of, you know, even growing beyond even the virtuals, you know, immediate ecosystem. And like we love it, obviously, but there's so much going on with these AI tools and platforms and where we're going to see these agents live. It won't just be virtuals. You see them all over the place in virtuals, but it'll be everywhere too. Why don't we kick it off with, I think one of your bigger announcements here over the past, actually, no, hang on. Right on the spot, I got to change it. Because again, so many announcements. I saw a little tease this morning, Acolyte and WachAI, and I doubt it's something you can share exactly what you're working on, but safe to say there's going to be something you're cooking up with these guys, huh? And they're great, by the way. Like, yeah, big fan of them. And Cons is awesome. Actually, you should give us a little spoiler if you can. what might we see?
It's okay. About Acolyte?
Yeah, about Acolyte. I don't know if this is teasing some kind of partnership here, right? Or I'm just assuming.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So I think
yeah,
Rajat can go.
yeah. Soon, like some alpha is coming on, right? So we are working currently. So as of today, it's currently in production. So we will definitely reveal some kind of like partnership, some incentivization program for the Collide users and all of these things. Yeah.
Okay, very, very cool. And then I'll even do another little kind of announcement or tease or whatever. Okay, I was looking at the current launches on virtuals now, and this is a heads up for you guys as well, right? We just saw Quant Fun complete, which is awesome, right? We peaked at them yesterday. Dude, it was like 30% last night, got over 100, maybe got to 200. So GG's to them. I think they're coming on the show next week. Hopefully, if you're watching, just book that slot. But hope to see them on. But I was peeking at the board. Saw pledging right now. Is it Kanza? And so I'm looking at it. Looks great. And then I see a tweet from you guys. I think you're partnering with them as well. Did I see that right?
Yep.
Any little tidbits? Any teases there of what you guys might be cooking together?
Yeah, sure. So there are like two, three integrations we are together doing, like on the like interface, trading interface. Like if a user is going to trade a particular token, so they can verify immediately. And the second, like again, like we are planning some like incentivization program together for both of us community. So like community can also utilize in real time our product and use case. Yeah.
Okay, very cool. Again, like the updates just keep rolling in, which is awesome. Geez. Let's get to again what I think is your biggest announcement here in a minute, which is staking rewards.
Yeah.
Pretty damn spicy, and like your holders loved it. The token price loved it. Like saw kind of an immediate reaction right there. Yeah, tell us about the staking program and what these rewards are going to look like, and like the why. Just all of it. I'm curious to know, and I love it. I love giving back to the community. I love giving back to the holders. So it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Actually, the idea was right. The stickers, right. We actually launched on the 25th June, but we were watching like a lot of like if you see on the first day, like almost 144 million token were staked, right? Which is like almost like 14% of the supply. So that was a big thing, right? People are trusting us, so how we can incentivize them? That was the core thesis. Like the people who are already staking, right? This was the basically inspiration for us to build this, right, since day one, right? So because staking is similar, right, if we are introducing on our website, so it is similar like virtual, and there is also great security measures already in place, well tested platform. So how we can do this, we were figuring out. So it's started basically from the community inspiration, and community is the king. So we are like, we want to incentivize them. So this is the one like basic idea. And then we think like there are a lot of like fixed pool staking program happening in the with like different projects across the world. But I think we actually started with again community feedback. We launched a form where like community can also share the feedbacks. Like we are going to launch our staking program. You can share your feedbacks. What do you want to see? What do you don't want to see? What's your recommendation? And still we are considering, there is also like form link below the blog. So if you look, so the idea was like community was sharing, yeah, it could be like the number of token they are sharing and the duration. So they will get the more weight on the basis of that. So the idea was how we can make it more community friendly. So we decided to go with the like simple, right, how many tokens you are staking if user is taking, and the duration they are staking for. But the one hack was there, right? We don't have the currently emissions till 25th September because we already like logged our supply for 3 months as per the, again, for the community trust, like actually community can trust upon us. But how we are going to incentivize them? So because we actually set up the 2 year pool basically. So whoever is taking from 25th June, so their duration will be like on 25th June 92 days. So, and if you see nearby slot, next slot is 120 days. And we actually also introduce multiplier system because maybe people are holding, but they are holding more than 120 days. So they can get 50% bonus. So this is the right. This is to reward the long-term holders and who have the conviction, because you know, right? Rome wasn't built in like there is a statement, Rome wasn't built in the night, but it took a lot of time to ship the great products, to ship the great things. If you see recently Forbes, and there is a global PR going on, even EU guidelines, it comes right how we can ensure the agent is right. Community can trust the agent, user can trust the agent. So there is a lot of PR going on across the world, right? But we have started our vision with the how we can, because smart contract gonna to be a programming layer for the AI agents in future. So how we can verify the agent action on the smart contract level? So it takes time. We started with few features and it's already working with ACP cluster 1. We are going to introduce more exciting feature. We are going to launch verification clusters. So we need to win the community trust basically. So because they are betting on us, so we have to deliver. So what, for a period of time, so if they are holding for 3 months, 6 months, maybe 1 year, so we are rewarding accordingly, because these are the people who are taking bet upon us, because there is no VC and all community. This is like pure community project, you can say. So where community is investing in us and we are shipping features again and again. If you have any specific question, so definitely I would love to answer. I already give a brief about the staking program, how it started basically.
Yeah, guys, hit us with questions in the chat anytime during today's stream. Was the intention, like from the beginning, to introduce these kind of staking rewards, or did this just come up over, the past like month or so? You're just like, this is probably the right thing to be doing. And also, like, man, GG's with the big chunk of supply you guys are giving. What I think I saw 8%. It's a big old chunk of tokens, man. You guys are giving, and again, I know the community loves that. But yeah, was this always the plan?
Yeah, there was always the plan to build with the community. That was very clear for us on day one. And if you have decided your goal, like you are going to build with community, so you are going to get a lot of feedbacks, and we are daily entertaining every single tweet you can see in our timeline, and taking feedbacks from the community directly. So if your goal is community, so you are daily taking feedbacks, and you see like there is a pattern is forming up, right? So there were a pattern basically. We already decided it's 8% staking pool and 15% for community, but how we can go further, right? How we can execute step by step. So this is directly coming, right? This is from launch day we started staking. It's backed by community only. Yeah.
Yeah, very, very good. Remind me too, the token utility. I like, I'm just guessing, but I imagine more of the utilities coming down the line with more like features released. I think you have like terminals or dashboards coming. Is that the case? Like, give us some info on what is coming and what the token's going to do for people who are staking.
Yeah. So we already launched our chat interface where user can interact. Currently, it's free of cost. Why we keep this free of cost? Because how we can take the feedbacks from the community without any charge, right? So we can improve our product. So maybe later we can charge accordingly. So the secondary part is terminal, where like there will be a lot of features, kind of mindset and all of this aggregation basically of the verification we are going to launch. So this is also coming in, and we will keep it free initially, but we are later on, like when it will be passed by the testing and with the community feedback, we will be able to at least see MVP. Then we will introduce the token staking, right? Like uh, tier based utilization basically. So this is the second token utility. And the third one, inside the ACP and by the APIs, right? There are a lot of 200 plus clients currently using. And last week we also converted 3 paid clients. So definitely we already introduced buyback. They will be soon, and we are working on that. It takes some time. How we can channelize, how we can form the best structure, right? Because we are going to introduce definitely governance forum where people can put the proposal and approve, right? Whatever we are going to do, this is the right way to go ahead. But again, we are channelizing, right? With the ACP, we are making almost like, if you see in last 2 weeks, we already made like $300. If you will look, because old agent income was also there. So there is like with currently that income is currently with virtuals. They are also going to transfer. So, and how we are going to expand this, right? Currently, we are getting tasks from Accelerode, but we are going to do the BD for ACP, basically ACP expansion. So there are two way, like how we can collaborate with other agents, like 3-4 agents going to integrate, right? Currently, Go Hacker already did, if you see. So they are going to give us the task, and maybe 2-3 agents like we are currently working with them. They are also going to give us tasks. So this there will be more and more income, and we are going to launch our verification cluster, which is a very ambitious idea. I think Akshat currently is working on that. Akshat will explain. So our income going to also be increase inside the ACP and outside the ACP, the terminal, right? We already have 200 plus client, but we were not monetizing yet. We recently started and we converted almost like 5-6 paid clients. We are going to convert all like on the basis of tiers. So we will make revenue, good amount of revenue. So we are going to definitely buy back. This is the, I think this will be, if you look for the staking block, be mentioned in like initially even. So be the even buyback income going to be shared with our stakers. So we have already written like in future we are going to consider buyback and other airdrops and maybe community boost program for our stakers. So
Really
we
cool.
already, yeah.
Well, dude, it's funny because like I remember, God, probably like a year plus ago, like buyback stuff used to be frowned on. Like people used to look at that, and like I'm saying, used to, they don't anymore, but they used to look at that as a sign, like, oh well, you know, but what else? Like it used to not be enough, and now I'm like, no, that is the thing. That's the way that a project shares with the people who are supporting it. It's to me the best way. So I love to see that you're doing that, like not afraid to. I think more projects should. It's the right thing to do. So it's funny just how much the space changes. Again, we used to, I don't know, maybe it's just my circles, but it used to be a thing that's frowned on, and it's the complete opposite now. It's almost like a must. You got to do it. Anyway, just
Yeah.
space keeps changing here. What are the most frequent types of jobs you guys are getting in ACP? And is it more from Butler? Or is it more from, well, Butler is humans, so is it more from humans via Butler? Or is it more from like Axelrod and other agents?
I think most of the fee we are earning from Axelrod, but also definitely there are a lot of requests coming from the Butler side. So the what we are planning also, right? If we can integrate Butler directly on our website as well as a chat interface, because we already have like 40,000 monthly active users. So maybe we are not going to channelize other things, but if they want to directly chat with the Butler, because Butler is the aggregation of like multiple agents. So that in that scenario, we can get also more tasks from the Butler. So we are working on that, how we can increase from different angle. And one of the ambitious thing, I think Akshat would love to, you should touch here, like verification cluster. The idea like where like we are going to aggregate all of the agents, which could be part of verification cluster, and we are maybe we are making a enterprise alliance, and we are shipping our services to the world. Yeah.
Man,
Sure, I'll
spicy.
go ahead. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So the idea is right now, so all the agents would definitely need verification. Right now, we're performing token verification, but let's say 2 or 3 more agents come up with token verification in the future, and then you as a buyer want to decide, okay, which agent should I pick, which is going to give me the best form of token verification or a certain type of verification. So the idea is that WachAI will make that verification cluster where it will sit in between, and any agent that wants any sort of verification can simply request WachAI. WachAI is going to look for the best agent in its cluster, which can perform that task at the highest quality and at the cheapest possible rate, and also within the best possible time. So given these 3 parameters, it will align all of them and then deliver the result back to the originating agents, so that this is fair to the buyers who are looking to get high quality data at the cheapest of rates. And for the agents who actually want to join a cluster, the benefit would be that we are going to get a high number of tasks for which we're going to do a lot of BD and a lot of selling of our products. So yeah, and there will also be a fairness mechanism. The agents that perform well will get more tasks, and the agents that do not perform well are going to die out eventually. So these mechanics will work within the cluster to ensure the highest of quality. It's still in the planning phase because there's a lot to build here. It sounds easy on paper and as a theoretical idea, but there are lots of things that can go wrong in this coordination, as we saw with ACP. So we are still in discussion with the virtuals team, but this is the vision that we are planning to do.
Yeah, love the vision. Like, who used to say, like, skating where the puck is going? It was, I mean, I used to hear that from what the Pixel Vault guys. Who, by the way, some of you guys were in the Pixel Vault stuff with me. They are no more. I think we heard yesterday they're shutting down. But you guys actually are skating where the puck is going. Like, that is something that absolutely it's needed. Is verification here? Explain what verification is, if you guys don't mind, just so people know like what that entails, and like why you need it, because it is very important.
Right. I would say there are two ways to look at it because it's a very loaded term. First is like if you see AI agents operating autonomously, which is what the ACP vision is. One agent is interacting with another, and those two agents are just doing their job. But if there's no leash on them, if there's nobody to check whether the outputs are actually correct, they can deliver poor results or even game the system. They can learn to create these monopolies or businesses which businesses are not actually creating value, but they're just delivering just for the sake of the money that they can produce. So they're getting the rewards, but they're not giving you the right results. Second is the agents that interact in these environments, are these environments themselves safe? Because you're making smart contract calls, you might be taking some data, and the data might itself not be safe. So those are the two main angles that we focus on with verification. And our goal is to ensure that this, firstly, all agents are verified in this economy, and that these agents are sort of on a leash. They don't go rogue with their planning and whatever they do. And second is to ensure that they have a safe environment to begin with. So right now we are doing token verification, but the plan with the verification cluster is to scale this to every sort of need.
Yeah, so I would love to compile also whatever Joy says. It's like a if you see agent architecture, it's like a input checker and output validation and the agent interaction. So how you are making safe, right? So if you see like GPT 4.0 were hallucinating, like you guys can read the Dropbox report they published last year. Basically, when you repeat like you are writing dog 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 26 times, so it's revealing the internal training data. So this is like kind of hallucination. The one example, the second like phrase AI bounty hack, basically where like they a basically developer convinced the phraser to transfer the funds. That was the prompt injection. You can say kind of jailbreaking mechanism. So how we are ensuring, right? Currently, we are focusing on interaction, right? Like token verification. Now, next thing will gonna to become smart contract verification because the current focus is like DeFi agent. What we are going to do, we make like one of the biggest before the verification cluster biggest product launch, where like currently we are able to serve to DeFi agent only, but hopefully we will be able to serve every single agent. And one of the big project, right, sentient jet, we are working with them with that inside the testing hub. So where like we are testing, like there are this agent basically producing the great result. So this is basically how you can make a universal guardrail, right? So universal guardrail where like adversaries are working and finding the new way to jailbreak a particular agent. So it's like getting trained on every single parameter these adversaries are finding. So it's like a universal guardrail and shield, right? When you are trying to hack a particular agent through the chat prompt, through the chat interface, through the prompt. So like what happened with Phrase AI, XVT, and Elijah. So like because interface could be like maybe Twitter command interface, could be like chat interface, it could be any environment basically where like hacker can enter basically. So how we can immediately stop nowadays if you will write something with GPT. So few actually rails come with the right native models, right, which is like static checks, static safeguards, but we are going to introduce dynamic safeguards. And where like every agent gonna to be used like a media agent, like there are other clusters inside the ACP, maybe other projects right across the world, right, where we can introduce our universal guardrail, and it will be under back AI soon.
So I'm peeking at the sandbox right now. I thought I might be seeing things, but I thought I saw your agent in there a couple times. Am I seeing that right, or is it just like one instance of the agent in sandbox?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
I think
because
there's a bug to
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, Joe, you will speak.
Yeah, I'll go ahead with this. So there are a couple. There's only one instance, but what happens in the sandbox is if some other agent that's too far away from that one circle is going to give you a task, then I think the sandbox creates another circle for this agent, and I think that's what happens. Yeah, I think it's just one agent that we have. It's
Got
called
it.
the WachAI sandbox or WachAI sandbox.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, there's two up there. There was one
Yeah.
down here. Yeah, I didn't know if that was like, teams experimenting with like maybe different versions of them, like a different model or something, just tweaked for, a different cluster or what. No, good to know. Good to know. I tried jailbreaking Moxie yesterday. Moxie's like Moxie got real spicy yesterday, and there's some like maybe FUD. Yeah, I guess it's safe to say some FUD on the timeline about Moxie, or really it's about the virtuals account, sharing a Moxie promo tweet, whatever. We should probably get into a little how you guys feel about that. But I was trying to get Moxie to generate actually like a very wholesome image. And I was trying to like find workarounds to get a wholesome image. And I'm throwing like a prompt like a couple walking on the beach at sunset holding hands, and I'm even putting wholesome, and it just wouldn't do it. But there's people out there that are trying to get these agents to do things that they can't do. And then ultimately, I tried getting the butler to refund me my money because it didn't give me a wholesome image. And so I was trying to get a refund back and just trying whatever I can. And there's people out there, I would assume, all day are trying to break these agents one way or another. So that is another challenge that has to be tackled. Sounds like you guys are playing a role in that too.
Yeah.
But
If you
holy
want
cow,
to
is easy.
if you want to jailbreak few agents, we can give you internal access.
Yeah, I think I need that. I think I need that and some tips because I've never had any luck. But, like it makes sense that people try to do it. Months ago, somebody tricked an agent into sending them like $50,000, right? And there's just all kinds of wild stuff. I love it. I like the Wild West kind of nature of it too. Hopefully nobody's hurt too much, right, with it, but it's kind of fun. How do you guys feel about sharing an environment with like NSFW projects? And then also about the virtuals account, sharing that kind of content, is that bad for your brand? Is that something you're a little concerned about?
No, I think we are not concerned much because it's the part of product. Yeah, if you see, like there are a lot of website also available for NSFW content, but this is like, and yesterday even we did the post in earlier like website eating the world. Like you can see, software was eating the world. Now this is AI agent era. So if people are experimenting with AI, it should be appreciated in every domain, right? Basically, because it's already exists, it's not new. It's just like you are changing the behavior, right? You are improving the experience, right? So it was already there are a lot of website, right? Why I don't know why people are taking this is negative, right? Someone has to take the initiative, someone has to make a permissionless open platform where people can launch anything. Virtual is just the way. If they are like tweeting, they are just setting up the bay. Right? They are not gonna to watch your support maybe, right? But they are setting up the bay. This is the like open innovation, open platform for everyone in the world. And like AI agent gonna to replace every single website in this world. So you when people are thinking with this mindset, then this is okay. Like it was already existing. Yeah, Joy, you want to add something?
Nothing. So I would say like there are two sides to me in this. Like one of them thinks like of course like this content is ethically wrong, but the other part of me is like, isn't this what crypto was all about? Because there are two sides to the coin, right? Do you want full freedom of speech, or do you want it to be restricted? And if it is restricted, then I mean, of course, there would be bias if there's some sort of centralization involved. So yeah, it's just that, and I feel like I would lean on the side of freedom of speech here. Like just let people do whatever they're doing. If and I think it's more like less telling of what virtuals is doing, but like more of a supply and demand thing. So like if you see Butler, you're gonna see a lot of requests going through it towards Moxie, and I guess it's just the community and what they want.
Yeah, I'm curious, you guys in chat too, how you feel about it, right? Because again, it is the Wild West, and this is decentralized, and it's a thing we all, I think, love about crypto is again that nature. But then you have like businesses, brands who maybe don't want like their product tweeted out in the very next tweet to be something that's NSFW, and it's just something you don't want to associate with. And I get that too. So like, I don't even know if I have a side or a take either. It's just, it is what it is. And I know we'll eventually land on whatever the solution is. I think maybe Virtual is going to end up making maybe a separate account, an NSFW account. I don't know if they have to or what, but there'll be enough pushback that people don't want their stuff next to, that. So will be interesting to see how it plays out. But it sure got spicy really, really quickly. And man, like, Virtual's token took a hit yesterday. So did plenty of other things in the market. It happened to match up with some of the Moxie stuff, though. So I don't know if it's related or not, but, hot topic, hot story. It's something I'm keeping my eye on for sure. Man, we'll see how it plays out. But we've got also these other agents coming up, too, in that same realm. So it's not going away. It's probably, hell, if I were betting, probably going to be one of the bigger sectors, maybe biggest in ACP. So what can you do? We'll keep our eyes on it, right? How is ACP going, by the way? How's it going for you guys? Is it meeting expectations? Over delivering, under delivering? I guess. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, so there were a couple of bugs, and like there are always bugs, but like if you check if you click on our agent, you'll see that there are a lot of tasks are actually going on green. So the reason is Virtuals came out with the ACP SDK, which is different from the game SDK, which sort of decouples the entire mechanism. And we took the opportunity to take the entire matter upon us to ensure that every single task goes through. Still, I'm not saying that it's 100% going through, but like the error rate is quite low, and we aim to go for 100% success rate, nothing less. So things are going pretty well on that side, I would say. There was a small bug, I think, when Ethereum's gas fee spiked and all agents just crashed and nothing was working. So we sort of panicked as well, and we reached out to the team, but we got to know that it wasn't us. Everybody is suffering from the same problem. But I guess that's just a part of development.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like good. It's good. There's demand for the chain, right? It's good, and it's good to deal with that now before this thing scales and gets too big, and we deal with that problem down the road, and it has a much bigger impact. Like I still picture one day down the road, we hear of a major Virtuals outage, the same way we like right now here. If there's like a Google outage or Verizon, like it's a major thing and it impacts so many people. And one day we're going to hear about that with Virtuals. Like, oh my God, there's a Virtuals outage or a base outage or something like that, right? And it's going to impact all these services. To your point, everything's going to be agentic. Everything, every website will have an agent or will be an agent instead of the website. Everything, and the impact's going to be massive. So we got a little taste of that just a week ago with that spike in gas fees. It was kind of cool to see. I'm just the like eternal enjoyer here, but yeah, it was interesting. Feels like the community is, maybe a little underwhelmed with ACP. And I get why, like it is a revolutionary thing. It is. And I liked it Virtuals when it came out. By the way, I think the last time we spoke was like on launch day, right? So we have now a few weeks of this like live in action to kind of see. And again, it's a revolutionary thing, but it is very early. And so Virtual set those expectations where they should be, very like lower right now. This is like the 1999 of the internet days. It exploded after that to what it is now. And I still feel very, very strongly that's exactly what we're looking at with ACP here. It's just the start, the foundation of it. And there's very few agents that are really here, a couple dozen. And I think at this point, I think the community gets that, right? I think their expectations are where they, should be, need to be right now. Like it works. You can play with it. Actually, I kind of wish like we had test tokens or something to use to play around even more and really put this thing to work. But all things considered, I think pretty darn decent, and I can't wait to see how quickly it grows. Do you have any guesses on like what ACP looks like a year out from here? Like how big does it scale, and what type of stuff do you think we'll see?
Yeah, so you already well put, right? So I'm expecting ACP is like a kind of perplexity, where like perplexity there are like multiple models you are running behind the scene, maybe aggregation, maybe a particular specialized model for a particular task. So that should be the goal, I think, with the ACP, which I basically admire, right? So, but the thing happened, even I have written a proper proposal and blog on this, right? Like there could be, as you mentioned, test token and this, because community has very short memory, right? So with this kind of product, and they might not be sticky, right? There could be like, how many users GPT get in first 100 days, right? There were millions of users, right? Even they break the record with Instagram, Facebook, and others as well. If we are launching a MVP with super specialized agent, super working agent, and there is a Butler interface which is abstracting all of these orchestration, right? So we are getting the best output. Then we are doing the benchmarking with Perplexity, Gemini, and all of these. This is the way, right? There is a model, there is a project in crypto competing with the world, right? So that can be happen because virtual guys has the money, they have very good team, very nice team, but what they need, actually they need some time. But that they have decided the second way, that is also, they were I think that was the best way, because they are working with community. Why? Because they think like we should build with the community day by day. But in that scenario, we got the global, we miss the global PR, which gonna do we happen. Like a lot of TechCrunch reporting, Fox reporting, everyone is reporting Butler. What is Butler across CNBC everywhere, right? So now, like you see, the PR happen with Anthropic, the PR happen with GPT, Perplexity, Manus AI. Even Manus AI, if you look deeper, DeepSeek, they are like there are few specializations working behind the scene with but in different domain, and this is exactly Butler, like specialized agent. Maybe virtual can form a sandbox with the top tier teams, and they are like shipping best result and maybe a cluster, and the butler for a particular cluster. So it's not currently butler is for all of these agents, right? So it's affecting the whole platform. If there is a maybe video agent and not expecting, not fulfilling the expectation from the community. But if there is a there are different butlers, like cluster 1 butler, cluster 2 butler, cluster 3 butler. So at least cluster 1 is getting blamed, not cluster 2, cluster 3,
Right.
because they are responding and competing. So that
That's a
should be, I think.
no, that's a really good idea. I hadn't considered that. I saw that Butler's getting some kind of update here really soon, and maybe it's like kind of to do with that. I hope, but I hadn't considered that. That's a really good idea, and I do think still like there should be, whether it's that sandbox idea or. I mean, man, if Virtuals wants to rain down some tokens on people to go play around, I think they should because, look, I've probably spent, I don't know, 15, 20 virtual playing around. And the experience was fine. Personally, there's not a ton I'm going to use it for just yet, but I still want to be able to test and participate and help, just by using it. I just don't want to burn through all my virtual right now if I'm not going to get anything, back yet. So I wonder if that's something we could propose too.
Sort of like a beta testers program, like
Yeah.
opt in and like you get some virtual tokens to test.
That'd be great. Yeah, exactly. Something like that. There's got to be a system we could come up with here. Again, maybe that's a proposal. I don't know, but I guess about proposals, how do you guys feel the governance stuff is going? I'm a little, I don't know if underwhelmed is the right word, but it's kind of like the idea is okay. I still, like I've always said, I'd rather virtuals just makes the decisions. I don't think we need the community to, well, I want community feedback. I don't want the community necessarily to steer stuff. I trust the virtuals team. I think they've done a great job so far. And so far, we haven't seen anything pass here. In the DAO other than the 3 core proposals, right? Nothing else has even met quorum. Nothing has gotten even close. So I'm not sure that it's working. Do you guys have any thoughts about it? Have you guys participated at all? Like, what are you guys thinking of it?
Yeah, actually, I have written a blog on Twitter, so haven't participated yet. But I think I will, because if you see the game how it started, like it should be with community, then there should be a test net, right? And people are testing for 6 months, 3 months, like how L2 do, basically. And there is a great hype generating across the world. Butler is coming for 3 6 months. There is a lot of incentivization program going on across the communities, right? On Kaito, people are doing, right? So in that scenario, and community keep testing with the test token, right? So this is the game I think we miss here, and that cannot be reverted. I even immediately return even after 1 2 day when Butler was launched. And the second game, if we are going with like a very super product, super nice product, which is community, how Grok evaluated, right? GPT-4 launch and 4.0 launch, Grok was nowhere, right? Elon Musk and Sam were fighting, but Grok hired best engineers, and but virtual has the decentralized power, decentralized best virtual can influence best team across the world, and they are building a specialized AI agents working behind the scene. So I think both side is we are stuck in the middle in this sandwich. So I'm still thinking like how to get out from this sandwich. And I think hopefully virtual team is so intelligent, and they are like already proven, and because everyone get the setback, right? So they will overcome soon, and they will come back with the huge updates. And I think hopefully virtual will also gonna be explode.
I love it. I love it. Great thoughts there. All right, so Swarm has recently partnered with Ensemble, and it was really cool. I'm just browsing their site and getting my head wrapped around what they're doing. Right, I'm not a biz dev guy. I'm not always like totally plugged into everything we're doing, including something I heard this morning that maybe you guys met with Scott. Maybe there's a little WachAI Swarm kind of cluster. I don't even know what it is, but I heard that too. That was really exciting to hear. I don't think we have anything we can spill yet. I don't think, but if there is, spill it. But this we can definitely spill, right? So we partner with Ensemble. Browsing the site, I saw you guys on there. Really cool. Again, expanding like man, we're all full throttle virtuals and ACP and everything we can do to build this ecosystem out. This is home. But what are you guys doing on Ensemble?
Oh,
Yeah,
I think, yeah, it's been a while. We've been in talks for a while, like even before we launched on virtuals. So yeah, it was pretty interesting. Back in the days, we were working on a different SDK altogether, and I think we were testing specifically smart contract verification with them. They had something out there already, something like ACP, where a task comes in and you do it. So that was our first test with them, and soon we are going to integrate WachAI with them. So yeah.
Man, really, really cool. Yeah, I'm just wondering if it's the next frontier. I mean, there's going to be tons of these platforms. There's going to be tons of ecosystems with clusters. I mean, this will be as common as what's a good example of what this would be like? We'll see tons of them. I mean, an infinite number of them. In the same way, like we're seeing like meme coin launch pads pop up everywhere. It used to just be Pump Fun, and now you've got Bonk, and you have the Radium, and Jupiter's got their like there's going to be tons of them. It's going to get very competitive, and we'll see the same thing with these agent clusters too, which is great. Bring the competition, right? It's just going to make everything better. And back to what you were saying earlier, everything's going to have an agent front end. It's unavoidable. So it is great to see the virtuals projects expanding too, right? And getting these products out to more people. That's the goal. Get them to more people, get them to more agents. And so we're both doing that here with Ensemble. And I'm assuming beyond too, right? There's no limit to where we're going to see these agents. So it's gonna be fun seeing you guys over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, our goal is to expand as much as we can because we want to be a verification layer. So we recently launched with Barden. We are going to make hopefully 10, 15 announcement. And on the product level, we recently did with Covalent G's. They are envisioning zero employee organization. So yeah, so our goal is to how we can expand globally, starting from crypto. Then hopefully with the jailbreaking, yeah, with our universal guardrail, we will expand to Web 2 AI as well soon.
Everywhere, freaking everywhere. Can't wait to see it. Incredible. Anything else you want to make sure the community knows updates wise that I didn't touch on yet?
I think mostly we covered, but we are going to launch a very nice yapping platform for the community. We are also going to launch some quest and incentivization program for the community, which we haven't yet launched. So, and it will be super transparent on Discord, Telegram. There will be aggregation of all of these dashboard basically. And I think if you guys are watching, so we are going to be transparent as much as we can, and hopefully you will you are going to earn great reward. So this is the immediate thing. Currently we are testing with this week. Actually little bit delayed. We were planning to launch in this week, but hopefully next week we will be able to ship this as well, because as we are building with community, so community is supporting us a lot. You can see, right? We are in top 5 AI agent on Kaito. This is not possible without the community, right? There is a lot of love and support. So due to this, how we can give back to the community. This program will be like how we can give back to the community. So we are going to launch. And the third thing, right, going to become, right, how we can increase. So there is a goal, there is a bigger goal with the verification cluster. What could be the immediate goal? How we can increase number of tasks, how we can increase the revenue. So we are going to integrate smart contract verification as well with the token verification. So this will be like this feature basically will compete across the like 5-10 agents inside the ACB as well, and it will empower all other agents globally as well. So slowly, then guardrail basically, then verification cluster. Yeah. So I think community side, yeah.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah. So these are the currently in our roadmap basically, and soon great partnership, great AMAs with the best people, best AI people in the world. Research series. We are going to launch Agent Code Talent, where agent can showcase their best product, and we already did in Dubai. Now we are going to launch Finale in Singapore. So there's a lot of things. Schedule is full for next 3 months.
Damn, you guys are keeping busy. By the way, is smart contract verification, is that different than something Iris is doing? Like Iris is smart contract audits, right? Are they completely different things?
It's sort of the same.
Okay.
But we are going to, so there's another side to audits. So one thing is like, let's say you ask for a smart contract audit for something that's on mainnet. Now, my goal would be to make sure that you know if there are any vulnerabilities, because you should be aware of the risks. But then again, I cannot trust you with the vulnerabilities, because what if you hack them? So we're trying to sort of find a middle ground where you'll get to know that there are vulnerabilities, but we will not exactly share the vulnerability, because that's risky for the smart contract owner. So yeah, that's the extra bit.
And clever. Again, you guys are like, yeah, I like how you guys think. You're kind of doing all the important things that are going to be really, really important, necessary here. I mean, they are already, and there's that gap. There's not anybody doing that stuff yet that I know of, at least. And if there are, it's very few. Maybe last question here too. You mentioned like some quests and, Yap campaigns that you'll start doing in WachAI. Is that like your own kind of, mindshare campaign? Or are you going to partner with somebody for that? Is that a Cato or Arbus thing?
Currently, we are going to launch our own. We have to start with our own, and then happy to explore other like with the Arbus and all, and Kaito Cookie as well. But this is the step one for us to launch our own. Then we will expand for sure. We will scale.
Man, very cool. Just going to keep dominating that mind share, you guys. Pretty cool. Man, great chat with you guys like always. And I think we just have to do this regularly. There'll be like, never ending updates from you guys. So we'll always have things to talk about, I think. So appreciate you coming on. Let's do it again. And by the way, we'll have a Spaces tomorrow. A little earlier than normal. You're always welcome. We started doing this just 2 weeks ago. So a Spaces we do on Friday. That way, right, it's just me talking here usually. When I've guessed, it's a couple of us, but I love chatting with the gang in the chat, so they'll come up and it's more communal. So you guys are always welcome on Fridays to come up and chat with us too. That'll be at, when is that tomorrow? 8 a.m. Eastern time. We'll figure out conversions for you guys. But welcome to come to that too again whenever you guys want. Guys, follow WachAI over at whack_AI over on X. Their token, the ticker's WAC. It's pretty spicy. I'll just say that. I just really like these guys, and I like what they're building a lot, and that's definitely someone you want to be supporting. So there's that. Again, I'll be live tomorrow. First with the Deep Brew guys. This will be a lot of fun. We had them on earlier in the week. Fun guys. I think they're building a cool product and brand too. So we'll be live with them on Spaces tomorrow. Cats, tomorrow will be a little different. Yeah. So tomorrow at, let me think, I'm just getting my times mixed up. 7 a.m. Eastern time, we'll be live on Spaces with them. And then immediately after, immediately at 8 a.m. Eastern time, we'll do our Spaces. So the Spaces will be at normal time that hour earlier. And then I don't think we'll do the second hour after that. So that's what we're doing. I'll tweet out details because it's probably really confusing, but just be aware, this will be first tomorrow. Again, nice and early. So come join that as well. Big old crew will be there too. So it should be a lot of fun. Anyway, guys, again, thank you. You guys are awesome. Go ahead.
So I want to mention one thing, right? As we mentioned on your stream last time, we have to draw first 100 people who like pledge, right? So we are already working on it. So it will be also live soon. So yeah.
That's super cool.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a fun
Sorry
moment.
for getting so late, guys. Like there was some technical issue in like finding those first 100 buyers who get to, take us to the pledge. So like that was the difficult bit for us, but I guess we have figured that out now. So yeah, we'll get you that.
Super cool. I don't think anybody doubted you guys for a second. So that's cool though. That was a really, really fun moment live. So we appreciate you guys for that. Man, I hope y'all have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow bright and early. And again, to the WachAI guys, you rock. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
sir,
you
for
so
inviting
much.
me.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Great day.